What's up, weirdo?
What's up, weirdo?
It's our 1 year anniversary, bitches.
Congratulations, dummy.
We did it.
Did a whole year.
We annoyed everybody for 365 days.
A whole year.
I know.
And I've done 2 more episodes of these than you have.
Okay.
You could, yeah.
So stupid.
You have 2 to catch up on.
Yeah, well, you're going to Europe, so I'll do something. Or, well, I don't fucking know. I don't care. You win.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear was you win.
Yep. I have no energy to argue having health problems that I feel like hot garbage.
Maybe, because I told you I'm not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're synced up.
I'm sure we are. You've said before that you don't feel good when I don't feel good. Or I've gotten it before when you didn't feel good.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what's happening.
I know. I really wanted to die yesterday.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
I know. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't too.
Because then I would have been 3 episodes ahead of you. But
well, Jessica's dead.
Here's my special guest.
I'm skipping her funeral to make this. It's going to be a blast.
Although the episode you're going to have to do when I die is going to be super sad.
Dude, you're not going to die.
I mean, someday.
No, I'm going to take my laptop into my open grave and podcast as a ghost.
I recorded an episode of Ghosted with Roz. I don't know when it's going to come out or not. But Roz said that she loved my brain. So I said that after I died, if she wanted, she can have it.
It's all yours.
Put it in a jar. Put it on your shelf. It's not doing me any good.
You wouldn't do that.
I, for a long time, wanted to have my head taxidermied and put in a jar and set on somebody's shelf, just so that people would every now and then take it out and be like, look at this, I have Tenney's head, and put a cigarette in my mouth, and I'd float around staring at people.
I know initially, years before being passed, my secret plan was to have his skull dipped in gold and then put it in a case and keep it here. And then the closer he got to passing, I'm like, nope, not doing that.
Yeah, not going to do that.
Nope, can't look at him like that.
Nope.
Glad I didn't. Now his ashes are just next to my bed and I say goodnight to him every day.
I think that I ended up not, this will sound absolutely ridiculous, but that's fine. I think that I didn't want my head being put in a jar full of liquid and floating around due to my hatred of pickles. I came to the conclusion that it would probably be put in one of those giant pickle jars. And then I was like, I hate pickles. They'll probably put brine in there, maybe some hard-boiled eggs, a couple pickles on top of it. I don't want my head in a jar. I've
heard a lot of excuses or worries about death, but one has never been, I fear being a pickle. Oh God, don't add things to my list.
The fear of being a pickle.
Good gravy.
You like pickles though.
I fucking love pickles. I was so pissed today. I don't fucking feel good, so I threw some shit in the air fryer. Well, I have Beyond Burgers or Impossible Burgers, whatever they are, and I threw one in the air fryer and I got it out, and I was 75% done with the burger, and I'm like, I didn't even get the fucking pickles out, and that was the whole point of eating this. And I'm just defeated, and I just ate it. Fuck everything. So stupid.
Such a positive attitude for this 100th, or not 100th, this 100th show. Jesus Christ, that's a year from now.
When you die, you become a pickle, and also there's 100 weeks in a year.
Listen, I've told you before, and I've made the joke very often, there are 3 things that I'm bad at: sports and math.
Yep.
But check. And you should be more excited for this 1 year.
I am. Dude, listen, before we got on here, because an hour ago we were like, I need more time, and I made some tea and I made a drink, and I went on.
You blew up some balloons and got a party horn.
Literally almost that. But I went online and I was trying to find sound buttons, and I pushed so many fucking buttons for an hour because I was trying to find a celebration noise or a clapping noise. And then I found the alien noises, and I just pushed alien noises for half an hour. Wait, hang on, I have to play you the best one.
We're not turning into a morning zoo show with sound effects.
I'm playing one. Listen.
Warning, alien approaching. Warning, biophysical experiment
Very nice.
Yes, that's what I did from like.
Do you even know what that's from?
No, but I knew you would, so tell me.
It's from Lost in Space.
It's so cute.
It's the robot from Lost in Space. That sometimes gets confused with Robbie the Robot, but it's not Robbie the Robot. It's a different robot. Although it was created by the same designer.
I wanted it to be like some old radio show.
Did you never watch Lost in Space?
I think I did when I was little.
Yeah, the first few episodes, it was like a real serious science-y show. Well, not serious, but like Star Trek-y type show. And then eventually when the funding started to run out, they were like, what monster suit do we have like on lot that we can use as an alien? And pretty soon, like they had a monkey with giant ears that was like a cast member hanging out on the show. And every now and then it became one of those things where this happened with Star Trek too. Like when they run out of money, they're like, oh, we found a planet of cowboys. That way you don't have to dress anybody up as aliens. You just throw a couple of cowboy hats and go to the old cowboy set on the back lot and film a whole show.
But they made all those tribbles.
I have a tribble.
I want a tribble.
You want me to make you one?
Yes.
Yeah, I have my sewing machine. I could sew you your own tribble. I'll let you pick out what color fur you want and everything.
I thought they were all brown.
No, there's brown and gray and white. And
all right, I gotta look again.
Have you never even seen The Trouble with Tribbles?
Yes, I have. Why do you think I said it?
Do you know one of the things in the new Star Trek that I didn't like at all is they did an episode about a guy that turned tribbles into food.
You don't need a tribble.
He was like, this is going to be our sustainable food source. I've genetically engineered them to be like little tribbly chickens.
No, they're supposed to be your friends.
In the future, you're not supposed to eat any meat because you have replicators that can make anything you want to eat without having to kill anything.
Yeah, you told me that about Star Trek. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's what I need so I don't forget to eat pickles when I make a burger. I'll just have a replicator.
The replicator is the best because it's like, I don't know if you would have watched Star Trek enough to even notice this, but there doesn't seem to be a problem with people's weight on Star Trek. And the replicators make all that delicious food with the perfect amount of calories so that no one ever gets overweight.
Oh my God.
So you could sit and eat like, it'd be like, replicator, I want 9 hot fudge banana splits. And you could eat them all and you would never get fat.
I would eat garlic bread every day.
Garlic bread every day?
And mashed potatoes.
Replicator, I need a fountain of Alfredo sauce over my bed.
Yes, vegan Alfredo.
Wake up in the morning and just turn on a spigot of Alfredo sauce.
Like a yogurt machine. Gross. That's so gross.
So gross.
I like how we both don't feel good, so let's talk about yogurt Alfredo sauce machine.
You just made me think now, could you freeze Alfredo sauce into Alfredo ice cream?
Probably, yeah.
Because
it gets hard when you put it away.
But does it get like gelatiny or does it get ice creamy? Like does
it probably would separate, yeah. Let's segue.
Okay.
Segue away from that. I went to the tattoo convention the other day and I got my bean tattoo fixed up and it came out wonderful. And I gave the tattooer girl the horse book and she loved it. And she was like a spooky girl. We got along really well. She lives in Indiana. And
so close. So
I know,
close.
I told this is going to be a long episode, bro.
It's not going to be a lot. It's going to be long to listen to. Hard to get through.
I have brain damage right now. Oh, I'm on a lot of painkillers right now. But no. So she lives in a house from the 40s and she's like, yeah, there's a little bit of a haunty situation going on. And I'm like, tell me more. And she said, like our mutual friend Kelsey like moved down there and like dated a guy and like was living with her. So she said that her boyfriend like walked down the hallway, kind of glanced in Kelsey's room and was like, saw her sitting up in bed and then went back in like the tattooer girl's room and was like, oh, I guess Kelsey got home from hanging out, blah, 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 or something. So then the next morning, the tattooer girl was like, blah, blah, blah. What time did you get home last night or something? And she's like, I never fucking came home last night. So he saw some fucking thing sitting up in her bed, which is disgusting. I would never want to sleep in my bed again. That's fucked up. And then I guess too, like when the boyfriend is like in the bathroom, he'll hear people talking and like walking out in the hallway. And so I guess like the tattooer girl, Rachel, she, yeah, that's her name. It didn't seem like the right name when I said it. Anyway,
it's like I'm listening to you review a movie.
I know, and I still have to talk about a movie in this episode. So,
and I just said review as review.
I hate us. Okay, anyway, so she's never had her own experience, but there's been enough people in the house that have had an experience And I was like, well, I'm like, my friends, Amy and Adam, have a ghost show called Kindred Spirits, and they're always looking for cases. So if you want me to sort this out for you, we can do that. She's like, I don't know if I want like a solution yet. I'm like, okay, well, keep me posted. But
most people don't want solutions.
I know. And I was telling you when I got back, her horse is 32 years old. And I never thought in my life that a horse could be 32. What the fuck could you do with a 32-year-old horse?
I mean, I would guess that it stands around a lot.
Yeah, he's retired, but I was like, what? I guess I never heard people discuss horse ages out loud. And she's like, yeah, he's 32. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah. That's pretty old for a horse, though.
Yeah.
I think that he's topping out.
Yeah, she said he's like her best friend forever. She's had him since she was 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's before he retired.
Yeah. She had him at
when he was driving a bus.
Yeah, when he worked at GM and But then the other ghost story that I heard this week was Courtney Cox was on Jimmy Kimmel, and she said that she had to sell a house in LA once. And she said she bought the house from Carole King, the singer Carole King. And Carole King was like, there was like a nasty divorce in this house. So there's like haunty energy. Courtney Cox is like, okay. So it was, again, like she didn't really have any experiences, but enough people that came over had them. And I guess Carole King came over and like helped her do a seance and like clear out the house and shit. So then I guess like later, I don't know how long after the seance, but a delivery driver came to the house. And when he was at the door, he was just like, do you know that your house is haunted? And Courtney Cox is like, why would you say that? And he's like, because there's somebody standing behind you. Like, what? And then she sold her house.
Oh, wow.
I know. That's wild. Cody just farted so loud. I feel like it's going to be picked up on the sound. So.
Oh, okay, I'll check for it and not edit it out. Or if it's real quiet in the background, I'll amp the sound up real high.
Yeah, I amp it up for sure. Anyway, go ahead.
I was going to say, in a weird synchronistic twist, I watched Courtney Cox eating hot sauce today.
What? On what?
On that YouTube channel where people eat hot sauce.
On Hot Ones?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Weird that you brought up Courtney Cox, and I just saw her today.
That is weird because I never talk about her.
Yeah, I know. I was interested to see if anything would happen to her weird face.
I know what happens when you make like that hot face and your face doesn't move.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Not great. Brutal.
What back to your tattooer friend's ghost story, did she think that maybe the boyfriend saw like the astral projection of the girl coming back to her room?
I don't know. I don't think they thought about it that much, but I don't know. That's creepy though.
Yeah.
But I guess our friend Kelsey like moved out shortly after. Like she didn't want any part of it. And that Rachel girl still lives there. So she'll have to keep me posted if anything else happens. I'm like, I want to come down there. Cause she said, I don't know. We were talking about something else that I wanted to. Oh yeah. She's got a mini donkey. I'm like, I need to come down and see your horse and your donkey in your weird house.
She got a horse and a donkey?
Yeah.
It's like living the dream.
I know. We need to move to Indiana. Oh, and I looked up the Futuro houses, the new ones, and they said that when they're released, they want to keep them under 100K. So they'll probably be like 90 or 99 or whatever, but at least it's under 100.
It's under 100. Then you got to have the land, and then you got to pay for it to have it moved.
Yeah.
So it's going to end up being 200,000 to 300,000.
No, I feel like we could each get one and then a land if we both sold our houses.
Do you know how much it costs to move something like that across country to a piece of land?
Okay, we don't have to worry about that part. Anyway, I'm just saying.
And you're also going to have electrical hookups for it. You're going to have to dig plumbing for it. You're going to have to put all that stuff in. Sewage, drains.
Just don't. I told you, I can't argue with you today. I'm going to say a harebrained idea, and then you just agree with it.
Okay. That sounds great. I can't wait to live in a UFO house.
Yes. What color are you going to pick?
Silver.
You want a silver one?
Yeah, I want it to look like a fucking UFO.
I don't know what color I want. I think I want like reddish orange, red orange, fiery red orange.
I wonder if they could make it like covered with that mirror stuff. So where you can't really see it because it's just reflecting all of the wilderness around it.
Well, they would probably sell you a regular one and then you could just make that your little project.
For another $20,000 or $30,000.
Yeah. Yeah, just
great.
glue.
So now I'm $400,000 into this cheap UFO house.
Then we just get sucked up into a tornado and die. That would be a good death story, though. 2 podcaster best friends who bought UFOs together get sucked up into a tornado. Story at 11.
see their pickled bodies.
But Toad survives, and he does like the night show circuit, and he's just like the miracle UFO tornado dog. Perfect. No, he's like biting my ankle off.
What if we get sucked up in a tornado and Toad runs counter direction to the tornado in the opposite direction and disperses the tornado from going so fast?
Yes. Ouch. Spit my finger. Yeah, that's it. That's why he was born. That would be like an old comic book. Like Superman's dog would just do that.
Crypto, the super.
Yes, he did do it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Crypto. Anyway, did you watch Hellbender?
I didn't.
Ah!
Sorry, I watched The Giant Mantis, about the giant praying mantis.
I mean, it's in the title, Tenney. I know what it's about.
And on this week on Twitter, I hipped everybody to the movie The Green Slime.
I saw that. I have a really good title screen.
Yeah.
Gotta have a slimy font.
It was good. It's a bad movie, but I think that people watching it now would enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it's got a kick-ass theme song.
And it was colorized.
It's in color.
Wow, what year was it from?
1969.
Nice.
But it's weird. The Green Slime is a weird movie because its main actors are American, but it was made completely in Japan with an all Japanese crew. And then for like background actors, they just found Americans living in Japan to like walk around in the background. And so when you watch it, you're like, is this a Godzilla movie? But like then nobody's overdubbed and everybody's speaking English. It's so cool. Like it has such a cool, weird aesthetic to it.
How long is it?
Oh, like an hour and 15 minutes or something.
Perfect. Yeah, there was like 4 different movies I wanted to watch the other day, and every single one I looked up was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm like, why are we doing this? I don't want to watch a fucking saga. Can you just give me an hour and 40-minute movie, please? That's too long. That's too long.
For me, the best thing about The Green Slime, aside from the monsters and it being in outer space and it being a crazy bad B movie from the 1960s, is the main character does this thing. It has to be the director, like a Japanese director, wanting it to look really American. Mm-hmm. The main character gives a thumbs up like 4 or 5 times through the movie. But he does it by lifting his arm, showing you his fist, and then putting his thumb up. And it's so like what is going on? And it's almost like the director was saying, like, you need to give a thumbs up now, but do it slow so people see you doing a thumbs up. It's really bizarre.
I want to see it.
Green slime.
Oh my God. I wish there was like a sound effect. Like he would put his hand up and then when the thumb went up, it would go like bing. Boop. Okay, so I watched this movie called Hellbender.
No spoilers. It's pretty new.
I'm going to try. It is pretty new. It only came out.
Listen, you're barely going to be able to explain it, so I don't even know why I would say spoilers.
No, I can, but I'm not going to spoil it. It presents as a witchy movie. It's more than that, and it's their own original take on the thing that they created. So it's a witch movie, but it's not. And it's this family who makes these movies. It's like a dad and the mom and their 2 daughters, and they're all the people in the movie. So there's how do I say it? Like there's a connection between them. Like when they look at each other in the eyes and when they have these like moments of like mother-daughter, you can see that because they are that, you know? So there's really touching moments in the movie. And then also it's got like a rock and roll vibe to it also. And there's like little musical parts and you'll see that when you watch it. But and not only in those parts that are intentionally musical, but the other parts that are like the mood music and the background music of the scary parts, they fucking wrote every piece of music in the whole movie and performed it. They did everything. And every performance is perfect. Like I watched this interview with them. Aaron Sagers did an interview with them. And they were talking about it because it gets to this one point where one of the daughters does this acting. I mean, the other daughter through the whole movie is brilliant, but then the other one who's in it a little bit less, towards the end, she does this like crazy acting part. And I guess even they were like, we were behind the cameras, like, holy, we didn't know she could act like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, so even they're like in awe of each other and they have like the best like energy and you could tell they're really supportive of each other. But like the movie itself is so fucking beautiful. And they have some really like fresh ideas about witchy stuff, you know? And it wasn't like over the top, like, okay, people don't do that. Because you know how it is. Like we watch witchy stuff and we're like, that is not a thing, you know? Right. And they kind of make some, and you'll understand this when you watch it too. They don't go, what I liked about it is that they don't go like in an evil or like demonic, like especially with haunty shit, how people just make shit out to be like evil for shock value. Like I feel like the magic that they present in the movie is very innocent, like stuff that me and you would actually do if we were like in the woods, like, oh, I can do this, let's do this. And it was like, I don't know, it just had like such a cute energy, but like there's also like terrifying parts. It's so good. I watched it at night and then I woke up and watched it again, and it was even better the second time I watched it, which never happens. But I fucking loved it. I can't say enough good things about it. They're rad. I can't wait to see what else they do. I followed their music on Spotify. Like, they're the shit. Like, I seriously want to drink with them. They're the shit. I hope they do Comic-Cons or horror cons. Like, they're called the Addams Family, too.
Well, that's fitting.
I know. The main guy, his name is John Adams, and then it's Zelda Adams is one of the daughters. But it was rad. Like, seriously, watch Hellbender. It's on Shudder. And then I want to say it was in the Aaron Sager's interview, they said that they're dropping a vinyl, too, of like all the songs in the movie. I'm like, give me that right now.
That's cool.
I know you're going to love it. And it's only, again, going back to my, why are movies so fucking long now? The movie's only like an hour and 22 minutes long. It's fucking perfect. And like the pacing is perfect. Like they build a story. It had the right amount of every part of the movie. Hey, guess what?
What?
I explained a movie good.
Not really. When you listen
Nobody did. That was my best one. That was. I didn't even fuck it up.
You didn't even say anything about it.
No, I literally didn't say what it was about. But no.
No.
But my point was, okay, just don't even watch the trailer, first of all. Anybody out there, just don't watch the trailer. Because I feel like in the trailer that I watched after, it showed way too much. So just like know in your heart that you like horror movies and witchy movies and rock and roll and just fucking put it on. That's it.
The movie suggestions for the week are...
Praying Mantis? What'd you say?
Green Slime.
Green Slime, but you said something else. What'd you watch?
Oh, the giant mantis, the deadly mantis.
Yeah, the Deadly Mantis, Green Slime, and Hellbender.
There you go.
That's a mouthful. That was so good. I'm going to watch it again. What did you and Roz talk about?
All sorts of stuff. I guess Roz listened to a bunch of Realm of the Weirds and so wanted clarifications on stories. And Roz had never seen Macy, so I brought Macy down from downstairs. Just all sorts of weird, nutty stuff. Hit a lot of the golden stories.
Nice.
And then, of course, and Roz said wants to hang out if we ever go to Los Angeles.
Yay. We have so many people to hang out with.
Yes. Oh, I know what I was going to say. When you were saying that Hellbender's dropping a vinyl soundtrack for anybody that's interested in terrible, horrible old movies like me, there was a vinyl soundtrack release for Yog, Monster from Space, also known as the Space Amoeba. For anybody that's wondering, that's available now.
That sounds amazing. Wait, how do you spell Yog?
Y-O-G?
Well, I was wondering if it was like a soft J.
No, Yog, Monster from Space. It's also known as the Space Amoeba.
Space Amoeba. That's what I'm going to call Toad now. Toad the Space Amoeba.
Yog, Toad from Space.
I got a new vinyl this week, too. Do you know
you got a new record this week?
Record. LP. I got LP this week. You know the Hard Times, that like spoof music.
Yes.
Right. That does those funny headlines. They sell records. I didn't even fucking know that. But I don't know who it was in connection with, whatever. I don't even know how I fucking found it. But they recently, I think it's still available. I like pre-ordered it. But they made this fucking gorgeous version, most complete version, I guess, available of the Carrie soundtrack, the original, the old Carrie. The artwork is so fucking sick. The front is so pretty. And then it's like it folds out, folds open. Yeah, and then there's like artwork on the inside. Oh my God, it's so fucking pretty. I'm going to post it. It's so pretty and I'm so excited about it because I've been looking for the original soundtrack on eBay forever and they usually go for like $100 and I just haven't been able to pop on it. And this one, I want to say this was like $30. I'm like, I'm fucking buying that. It's stunning.
Yeah.
So I got that.
There's a lot of good soundtracks that are coming out lately. Speaking of records, Discogs, you know what that is? Mm-hmm. It's a website where you can track down records and buy them and stuff like that.
And price them.
So I don't have any of my band's records. So I was like, maybe I need to buy some of my band's records just to have copies of them somewhere in my house. Mm-hmm. So No Smokehouse records are available. And then I found Greenwall, which was another band I was in. And so I found 4 copies. None of them were over $6. That includes shipping. Dang. Yeah, the records literally were 99 cents a piece with like $4.99 shipping. So I bought all of them, and then one at a time, slowly over the next few days, I got emails refunding my money because they didn't have those records.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what was happening there.
Do you have a search alert on eBay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure there's just ones floating around Detroit somewhere.
I mean, I don't know. We repressed that. So Greenwall was a joke band that I had. We were a completely improvisational band. We made up songs. We'd go on stage and make up all the songs on the spot. And when we put a record out, it fucked us because then people came to the shows and wanted to hear our songs, but we didn't know how to play our own songs. But the thing that was so crazy was being a joke band and never practicing or writing songs, we thought like this is just something, because it was members of my other band, Smokehouse. Like when we couldn't get all the members together, we would just do Greenwall and we would just make stuff up. So the Smokehouse record, we pressed, I think, 500 or 1,000 copies of that and barely sold all of them over the course of like 5 years or something like that. Greenwall, we repressed like 7 times.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
Yeah. I was getting like fan mail from kids in Japan who loved Greenwall, who had no idea I was in an actual serious band.
They're somewhere then.
They are somewhere.
Somebody send us one. I'm still waiting to get a fucking jackalope. Somebody send me a jackalope!
I found a really cute jackalope print that I was going to buy you, but I know wall space is always at a minimum. So I wanted to show you first.
Mine is, yeah, it's getting there, but yours is worse than mine. You have no wall space.
I have no wall space.
I know. Our friend and Patreon, Emily Hoffman, shout out to Emily, she went viral in the last week because she moved into a new house and she's like unloading her shit in the room and then it's like raining out and she like glances out the window and sees like human skulls poking out of the grass in the backyard. Like it's like, it looks like the scene in Poltergeist. Like it's muddy.
It looked crazy.
Yes. It was like muddy and there was skulls sticking out. And she's like, at first she was like downing it. You can hear her talking in the TikTok and she's like, tell me those don't look like skulls. What's going on? So then in the next, and I guess that one like got like all 2 million views or something. So then the next one, she's like, okay, just for you guys, TikTok, I'm going out here. So then she goes out to investigate and looks at the skulls. She's like, oh, they're definitely skulls. They're like, somebody made stone skulls and made like a pathway from what looks like the house to the garage. So she's like, well, this is cool / weird. So then by chance, the person who lived there before saw her TikTok on her For You page and was like, holy shit, that's my old house and those are my skulls and I forgot to take them with us. So she stitches the TikTok and she's like, hi, I used to live there. My boyfriend made those skulls and put them down. She's like, so I'm sorry / you're welcome. And then Emily did like a reaction to that one. And when she did the reaction vid, she has a What's Up Weirdo hoodie on. And I was like, she's like, I kind of went viral and I put your hoodie on. And I'm like, you're so funny. And then she's like, and then she did like a thing where she's like, I'm going to name all the skulls. And she's like, I'll name one after you guys. I'm like, yes, fuck yes. Let's name a fucking lawn skull after us. So then just today, she like posted the follow-up video of her naming all the skulls, and the last skull in the row is called Weirdo, and he's named after What's Up Weirdo. So she said, I think it's funny that I get to walk through my yard skulls now, and at the end I'll go, what's up, Weirdo? To Weirdo.
That's pretty awesome.
I know, I'm so honored.
The internet is such a weird place.
I fucking love it. I love that shit. I love weird connections and spookiness.
Today, there was a big thing because this lady who says she's in contact with aliens, well, she posted a photograph of this giant UFO over Brooklyn. And she was like, I just got this photo. It was taken by a woman in Brooklyn. I'll be posting the high resolution photos soon. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that was a video I saw on TikTok like 4 days ago. So then I was like, could you upload like a high res of the photo from your friend with all the metadata so we can see that it was taken? She was like, I'm on it, like right now. And then it ends up being a TikTok. Like it was a TikTok video that someone took a picture of off of TikTok and then sent it to her and said, I just took this photo on my phone. And then she posted it as a friend of mine just took this photo. And it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're going to be like a researcher or say that you're like, she says that she's in constant contact with extraterrestrials. Mm-hmm. You would think that the constant contact with the supreme alien intelligences would tell you like you should wait 30 seconds before saying that this is aliens before you post it online.
Yeah, and if she had all the contact, why wouldn't she have her own videos, not her friend's video?
Right. Yes. But again, it's just weird how it works, how you can like find stuff and see stuff that other people don't see. Like I saw that video and knew it was bad CGI. And then 4 days later, this person who's supposedly in contact with aliens is like, this is a real thing that was just sent to me. Like the internet is going to catch you on your shit.
Yeah, the difference between us is I will go ahead and allow myself to believe literally everything I see on the internet for at least 3 minutes. And you will allow yourself to believe stuff for exactly -5 seconds.
That is absolutely correct.
You don't believe fucking anything. And I'm like, they found a bear with lizard tail and it's real. And you're like, no, it's not. No.
And then somehow, again, because of the weirdness of the internet, because of a stupid question of mine, I got to interact with Jose and Ariel on Twitter.
You did. I know.
Look at that.
Ariel's my favorite. And Jose too. Yeah, my favorite.
I'm your favorite.
You are I meant in the MMA sphere. I wasn't talking, you know what I'm fucking saying. Anyway, Ariel has a show on every Monday and Wednesday, and I watch it. And it's my happy time. And you saw a screenshot of a couple. Well, Michael Bisping had like a send up Tales from the Crypt shirt on. And then
Ariel had a Spider-Man poster that was a mock-up of some MMA stuff on his wall. Plus his desk was covered with toys and bobbleheads.
The Spider-Man thing I think is a fan art. Somebody sent him and it's Ariel's head or something. Or it says the MMA hour in the words. But no, he doesn't get into that shit. Well, then I thought he didn't get into it. And then he answered.
Yeah. Then he said he does read comic books.
I mean, he probably read like a 1. But Jose knows all the things. Like a fighter will wear like one thing or talk about one thing and he'll be like, oh, is that from fucking book 7 of whatever the fuck? Like Jose knows fucking everything.
Maybe Jose and I should do a comic book podcast.
Oh my God, he would die. That's all he ever wants to do. That's all he ever posts about.
We can talk about comic book movies and comic books and superheroes.
I know.
And then goodbye, What's Up Weirdo.
Come on, you can't end our show on our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, new announcement. I'm doing What's Up, Jose.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, bro. If we were dating, we would hate each other by now. This 1-year mark, we're like, oh, that guy's annoying.
Oh, for sure. Would have happened 6 months ago.
I know. So my dad's been giving me fucking the most epic advice all week. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you the first part.
On The Bachelor?
Well, before that, he came over last weekend to watch the fights with me. And he's like, we're just eating. And he's like, he didn't even flinch. He didn't even look up. He's like looking down. And I was like, oh, I'm having one of those days where I can't fucking get warm. I was just like shivering all day and it was like 60 out. It didn't make any sense. So I'm like, oh, Dad, I'm so cold. And he goes, you know what you got to do? You got to vacuum. Always get hot when you vacuum.
You know what? That is some weird secret magic shit.
Oh my God, that's the best advice, bro.
It really does heat you up.
Yes, and the second I thought of it, I'm like, oh my God, every time I vacuum, I'm fucking roasting. He's so fucking smart. So that was the first thing that blew my mind. And then we like live texted The Bachelor with each other, and he was saying funny ass shit about the gross Bachelor right now. And then, yeah, just last night, I texted him and I'm like, because Michigan, we're getting like well, you're not because you don't drive, but all Michigan insured drivers are getting a rebate of $400 because there's a surplus or whatever the fuck. So I texted him, I'm like, we're getting $400 back. And he types back, love it, buy something stupid. So my dad is just a wealth of knowledge at all times.
So I don't get $400 because I don't drive?
No, you have to have an insured car and then it just automatically comes to you.
What about all the insurance I paid for all the years that I did drive?
No, it has to be from 2021.
What a bunch of fuck.
Maybe your dad will get one and it'll come to your house and you could just cash it.
My dad's birthday is next week.
Oh, it is?
Yes. So I sent him a huge care package.
They have just salt in it, just bottles.
I sent him like a 24-pack of butterscotch pudding cups.
I'll just spit out my drink. That sounds so gross.
A 24-pack of chocolate pudding cups.
Nice.
Like a 48 case of fruit cocktail cups.
Ugh.
And the first 2 DVD Blu-rays of the Kingsman movies.
Nice.
So that's his birthday presents.
I hope he says something nice about it and not, oh, well, this is fine, but you should have sent me this.
No, he got it today, actually. So
oh, nice.
He was very happy.
That's cute. Did he watch, what did you send him? Did you send him Vampire Diaries?
No, I sent him the full box set, complete series, Blu-ray, extended versions of all the Twilight movies.
Oh, yeah. You have to send in Vampire Diaries.
I know.
Okay. But anyway, do you know what else? A couple days ago, it was Adam Berry's birthday. Our sponsor, Adam Berry, and also him and Allie Siegel have the same birthday.
I realized that.
Isn't that wild?
You know what's really crazy, though? Especially in case of like people like Allie or Adam, or like I wait a couple days always before I wish them happy birthdays. Is that weird?
I always go in like the day before because I'll see the alert on my phone and be like, I know I'm going to forget tomorrow, so I'm saying it now.
I always do it like 2 or 3 days later because I feel like it gets lost during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're getting so many.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wait for a couple days after.
You don't think that makes it look like you forgot and then you were reminded by social media posts?
Maybe, but I don't care. I had to take a goddamn poll down off of Twitter because it was depressing me.
Which one? I didn't even see it.
I had a poll on Twitter about how often does your phone lose its charge.
Oh, yeah, because you're fucking... Yeah, no, I would have selected never, too. Literally never.
I didn't even put never as one of the choices because I didn't think to myself to put never. Who, like, and everybody kept complaining. They were like, my phone never, like everybody. And then I got, like, overwhelmed, and then I got super depressed that everybody's on their phone all the fucking time, and it made me crazy, and I deleted the whole poll.
Well, even if you're not on your phone all the time, the indication that your fucking phone is going to die is right there on the screen telling you to plug it in. So, like...
99% of the time, I don't even know where my phone is at. If I'm not using my phone, I don't know where my phone is at.
Yeah, I literally know that, and everybody listening knows that, because any message that you sent anyone in the last 10 years that you have not answered.
Today alone, I woke up this morning and my phone was off because the battery had completely gone out of charge.
Yeah, that's insane to me. You could die. You could have a medical emergency. You need a phone.
If I die, how am I going to use the phone?
You know what I'm saying? If you're clinging to life, bro, watch a Forensic Files episode and charge your fucking phone. I already told you this. I already told you from a Mr. Ballin episode that I was watching that this crazy lady lived alone with her cats and she went in the attic to look for a cat.
Yeah. I know. But it's like... I spent the whole majority of my life knowing that I might die and not be able to call someone because for the majority of my life, I didn't have a phone.
Listen, but anyway, what I was saying, the lady went up in her attic and she fell between, like, the walls of the bottom part of the house, like, fell between a wall.
We heard about it.
And she died. And that's going to be you. Oh, my God.
Anyway, I guess my suggestion was just don't pay so much attention to your phone. I'm just saying, like most people, like just take a moment every day and kind of forget about your phone.
I know, we do that. I do that.
Yeah, that's all I really wanted to know is that people don't care so much about their fucking phones.
Well, you shouldn't have asked someone on a fucking website.
Yeah, but I use, the other thing too is I use Twitter and everything through my laptop computer. If I'm not sitting in front of a laptop computer, this is why people get mad at me. I tweeted at you and you didn't tweet for 3 hours. It's like, yeah, because I wasn't in front of my computer. You
sound like you're 97 years old right now. Can you stop? We use this Twitter for fucking desktop.
I do.
I can't.
I do. I use TikTok on desktop.
I didn't even know that worked.
Instagram, all desktop.
You gotta stop. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay, fine. I don't either. Put all your shit away.
What shit?
Your phones, your apps, and your Wordles and your talks.
Hey, everybody can fucking put Wordle away. That is annoying as shit. Fuck. Yeah, you know where there's 5-letter words? In books. Fucking read a book. God. Anyway, I forget even who it was, but I saw a second person the other day refer to a werewolf as a cryptid. A werewolf is not a fucking cryptid.
It's a monster.
It's a monster! Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Like Railroad Beast, Dogman, those are cryptids. A werewolf is like a vampire monster.
It's a monster. It's a monster. Yes.
It's different. Stop calling a werewolf a cryptid.
Yeah.
That'll be our shirt. Werewolves are not cryptids. What's Up Weirdo podcast?
Dogman, cryptid.
Yeah. Yes.
Werewolf, monster.
Monster.
Loch Ness monster, cryptid, even though it's called a monster.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a good one.
Mothman, cryptid, even though it's called a man. And Mothman, probably a woman. Why not?
Flatwoods monster, cryptid.
Cryptid, though it's called a monster.
Yep, just bend your brain around that shit.
Try and figure that one out, cryptozoologist with your hats.
You and your hat and your
safari hat. Toad.
Cryptid.
Monster.
Monster. You're right. You're right. Tornado chaser. Do you have any favorite moments from the last year of podcasts? Like any?
I do.
Well, let me say one first, because I thought of one. I don't know why I thought it was so funny when you told me I had larvas in my food, and then I go, "You're a larva."
That's one of your favorite moments.
Yeah, I just love that word.
So I think my top 5 favorite moments.
5?
I got a top 5.
Okay.
Top 5 is when Josh and I talked about imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Top 4 is when Josh and I talked about his books.
What are you doing right now?
Top 3 is having Josh as a guest on the show. Top 2 is all of the funny things Adam and I said. And number 1 is when I had Adam Berry co-host the first guest show.
You're so shady. You're so fucking shady. My favorite parts of our podcast is where you get up to go to the bathroom or get more coffee, and then I just sit there and I don't talk to your ass.
My favorite part of this show has always been your absolute fearlessness with not knowing things. I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. That's my favorite part. Is you just say some shit that you're thinking about and you don't know if it's right or wrong, but here you go. And no fear whatsoever. Like, I love it. I love it.
I mean, how else are you supposed to be around like the smartest guy who was ever born? Like, I can't always be right around you. That's never true. I'm lucky if I get like 1 out of 10 where I'm like, oh, I'm right. Oh, sick. Cool.
I love it. I love it that you call out me when I'm wrong about stuff.
I know. Sometimes I get lucky sometimes.
So good work, buddy.
Good work. Boo-doo.
A whole year, every week for a year.
I know, episode 52.
The final episode.
No.
Of season 1. Everything after this is going to be season 2.
I don't like having seasons. Let's just keep going forever.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't like a breakup. Let's just keep it running.
You don't like seasoning.
No, I don't like seasoning. I was thinking that earlier, I swear, because I made that burger and I was going to make a tweet that was something like, does anyone else spend 1.5 minutes preparing their food and then wonder why it doesn't taste that great? That's all I do. I hate fucking cooking. I hate cooking.
What if we did, for Patreons, Patreons and we gave everybody a famous pat?
How many famous Pats are there?
There got to be a lot. Like, you're Pat Price from the Munsters.
Okay, that's like 1. Pat Sajak.
Yeah, see? Look.
No, I feel like it's got to be in nature. Not a person. You can't call a person a person.
Can't call a person a person. For shame.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. What are we talking about?
No.
What is it from? Oh, it's from where Stanley from Streetcar Named Desire, where he's like, what does he say? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, what are you talking about?
There's a part where he's breaking down. Wait, is it? No, it's James Dean where he goes, "You're tearing me apart."
Yes.
That's how I feel right now.
Oh, Christ. Did you go from Streetcar Named Desire to Rebel Without a Cause, without missing a fucking beat?
I did. I told you I'm on painkiller.
That is, I'll tell you what, as a teenage boy, I love James Dean. I know we don't talk about him that much. I've mentioned going to his grave and stuff like that. But I don't know how old I was when I first saw Rebel Without a Cause. But that moment that you're talking about in the police station when he starts yelling at his parents, you say one thing, you say another, then everybody switches back again, is a defining moment in my teenage history. Like watching a boy lash out at his parents openly. And then I don't know how a lot of people know this, the police sergeant tells him to punch the desk because he says, I want to punch something. And the sergeant pats his desk and says, punch this desk. When James Dean punched that desk, he broke fingers in his hand.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he punched it so hard. So when you see him on camera reacting with his hands, it's because he's just broken his fingers.
Dang.
Yeah.
In Django, when Leonardo DiCaprio crushes that glass and makes his hand bleed, that's real too.
Isn't it crazy that James Dean only made 3 movies?
Mm-hmm.
So strange.
Streetcar Rebel Giant.
He's not in Streetcar Named Desire. What are you talking about? That's
No,
Marlon
what am I
Brando.
saying? Yeah, no, sorry. Rebel. What's the other
What?
one called? Rebel Without a Cause.
Rebel Without a Cause, Giant, and East of Eden.
That's someone else was saying. East of Eden. I
East
can
of
see it in
Eden?
my head. I just said the wrong thing.
East of Eden was the only one that came out while he was alive.
Really?
Yeah. The other two movies came out after he died. He didn't even know that he was James Dean.
Why do he seem so much older in Giant?
They aged him up because his character, Jet Rink, ends up being an old man. So they grayed out his hair and gave him a mustache and aged him up.
Who aged you up?
My parents. The majority of people I've dated throughout my life. And a year of you. Every fucking week.
Worst year of my life.
Well, I'd like to thank Adam Berry for being our sponsor, and Stacy Sock Dogs for being our sponsor, and Old Town Bang Doo 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 for being our sponsors, and all of our Pates for being sponsors.
Yay, Patreons! And anybody who bought What's Up Weirdo merch, and anybody that sends us nice DMs and says encouraging stuff and that we make them feel not lonely or we make them laugh when they're having a bad day. That's so fucking nice. I love that.
Super nice. I think I told you when we weren't recording, like What's Up Weirdo is very close to having like 1 million downloads.
Oh my God, I know you told me that.
It's really insane. So thank you everyone for listening to this nonsense.
I thought you were, I'm like, wait, did you say like a not, wait. I'm like, did you
You
read
were
this
like,
before,
I know you're
right?
bad at math.
Yes. I was like, wait, can you look at the zeros again? Because I don't believe you.
Yeah.
It's fucking bucks. 1 million downloads.
It's pretty crazy for a year.
For a year. So yeah, hopefully we can get out on the road this summer and see some friends, see some pates, do some events, creep around some spooky places, drink some drinks in some little bars, hi to anybody in other countries. I think it's wild that people in other countries listen to our voice.
Yes. Very strange.
Yes. Thanks for dealing with Toad making noises. Thanks for sending us cute stuff in our P.O. box.
By the way, you still have my gloves and my coffee in the backseat of your car.
I know, I haven't seen you all week.
I know. And I have stuff for you too.
What do you have?
I'm not telling you. You got to come over and get it.
Oh my God. It's supposed to get kind of nice next week. We should go on an adventure. I already thought of 2 options and you have to tell me which one you would rather do.
What are the 2 options?
I can only think of one of them right now. And I forgot. But I swear there was 2. Oh no, I just remembered it. I just remembered
I only have 2. What are they? I don't know.
Listen, I swear I have a day in mind, but I'm not going to say it so people don't stalk us. But one of the days I thought we could go to the zoo or we go to my secret beach.
All right.
You have to think of which one you would rather do.
Okay.
And I was thinking we make a Patreon video that day too.
All right.
Whatever we do. We could do another Q&A maybe, and people in our Patreon can ask us whatever they want.
Yeah.
We'll answer it. Is that everything?
I think that's it. I think it's a year of What's Up Weirdo in recap, I think.
You didn't even say any. Wait. No, yeah, you did. What I wanted to think of more favorite parts.
Favorite parts? No, I told you my favorite part.
I know, but
You just want to hear more good stuff about yourself?
no, about you. I'm trying to think. There's so many times you made me fucking cackle.
That's just friends being friends.
I know. I really have a hard time remembering what we talked about on here and what we didn't talk about on here.
I've found, I've been doing the first podcast that I did, I think, was 2006. So how many years is that?
Like 16 years ago.
16 years ago. I've really found over the years that when you're doing a podcast and having a conversation with someone, like you're having a conversation, so it's kind of coming out of your mouth and falling out of your brain. But when you're listening to a podcast as a passive listener, you're inputting far more information and remembering it. Like when I talk to people who are on podcasts that I know, I ask them questions about the podcast and they have no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm just sitting listening. So they have my full attention.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking and they're in the moment. So it's all just whizzing by them.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know what we talk about on here either.
I have no idea. Yeah. When people tweet about stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, we talked about that. I have fucking no recollection. No idea. And we don't hold anything back. Like I've said shit on here that my fucking family probably doesn't even know. They definitely don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure there'll be more.
I think the only thing that I'd want to say here, is also thanks for everybody for, I think, helping Jessica and I don't even know how to say it. Look, like, I think I'd like to thank everyone for helping you and I struggle through hard moments in our lives.
Yeah. At the beginning of this, there was some dark fucking episodes. Like when people just found our pod and they tell me they're starting from the beginning, in my head I'm like, oh, geez.
Yeah,
like,
you're in for a ride.
I know. It was so, and I swear I was thinking that too when you were like, I knew that you were going to bring up that I missed fucking 2 episodes because I know you as a person, and you did. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, I can't believe I only fucking missed 1 episode when Bean passed. Like, I don't even know. I guarantee if I listen to those episodes after, I have no fucking idea what I'm saying. Like, I was like catatonic.
Yeah, I don't know if you should ever listen to those episodes.
Nope, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
No, I'm glad they exist, but I can't, especially that one. I can't listen to the one.
Yeah. No, it's therapeutic to get things out.
Yeah. And it's like okay too for like I feel like people have an idea of us that we're like, we do fun stuff and we like, I don't know, are like self-sufficient for the most part, but like everybody has those moments where they're like spiraling.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody's perfect. I think we put that right out there.
Should I end this episode with the REM song Everybody Hurts and just slowly fade it out? And the day is long.
What's that fucking song?
Oops, I Did It Again.
No, the fucking
Gonna Make You Sweat by CNC Music Factory.
Not right now. Isn't it a Lou Reed song? What's that Lou Reed song?
I don't know. You think that James Dean is Marlon Brando, so who do you think Lou Reed
No!
is? Are you talking about a Willie Nelson song?
Oh, the fucking one that's in Trainspotting. That's like the saddest song ever.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look it up because this is gonna fucking bother me.
I think it'd be funny if I did end this with CNC Music Factory.
Shut up. It's a Lou Reed Perfect Day. That song is so fucking sad.
You know why that song's not sad to me?
Why?
Because the year before I dropped out of high school, one of my friends performed it in my high school pop concert, and it was terrible and ruined that song for me for the rest of my life.
That sounds fucking amazing, actually.
This squeaky-assed kid up on stage by himself. Today is a perfect day.
I love that. That's some balls right there.
I think that's it.
Okay. I guess I'll just see when I play this back what you do at the end.
You never know what's going to happen. I could edit it.
I know it's going to be like a secret video you had of me sleeping in my, whatever I'm fucking trying to say, talking in my sleep. What did I say? What did you say I said at Belvoir?
What?
I talked in my sleep, and you told me I talked in my sleep.
Oh, I can't remember. I think you were just going, no.
It's going to be that video.
I think I'll leave you with these wise words. After 1 year, here is the dome, back with the bass. The jam is live in effect, and I don't waste time on the mic with a dope rhyme. Jump to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, jump. And I'm here to combine beats and lyrics to make you shake your pants. Take a chance. Come on and dance.
Did you Google the lyrics or did you know those?
CNC Music Factory. Come on now.
You knew it off the top of your head?
Come on. You don't know that?
Not verses. I would know a chorus. I didn't know you were fucking wrote their song.
But of course, you know, everybody dance now.
Yeah, that's all I know. Oh my God, you're a psycho. You're a psycho.
All right. Well, that's a good one.
Well, it was a good one.
Put it in the can and hope you feel better.
Thank you for being a friend.
Whatever.
I wanted you to say travel down the road and back again.
Oh. No. All right. I'm done.
Okay.
Before we go anywhere else, before we start side note and spiral somewhere else.
No, this episode's going to be long as shit. Super size, 1 year episode. We talk about aliens and tornadoes and tortilla chips. No, we didn't talk.
We didn't talk about tortilla chips. We could.
Have any thoughts?
I don't like the round ones.
I like the rounds. I don't like the triangle ones.
I have to have a triangle. What are you doing with a round? That's not a tortilla chip.
No, listen. Historically, I feel like those round ones are saltier. That's why I like them. Okay, good talk.
Good talk.
Okay.
All right, bye. 1 whole year. 1 whole year. And not even a comment from Toad.
He squeaked a lot.
He did, but I thought maybe at the end he'd give a bark or
He
something.
gave a bark. No, he's just chilling.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.